Hey everyone, welcome back to one of our newest subject to opportunities out of Killeen, Texas. I'm going to be going over this one in depth so that way you guys know exactly what is all involved, what this property includes. Now, let me just preface by saying if you are not familiar with subject to transactions, specifically creative finance and purchases of this sort, definitely do your due diligence. We can always send you some resources. It's a really creative way to buy properties without having to go out and get a loan, your own credit checked. You're basically taking over someone else's existing mortgage payments, but you're keeping it at the rate that they have it unless you either sell or refinance. It just allows you to pick up properties for much less than you would have to do going through a traditional route, along with the fact that you don't have to put your name on the loan or on the debt, but you still get all the benefits of home ownership. So this property is available in Killeen, Texas. If you aren't familiar with Killeen, it's a big military town. The owners are actually getting rid of it because the husband is deploying, so they need to sell it off. They only bought it, I think, a year ago, maybe less than a year ago. So they're already having to sell it. They basically have no equity. They just want out. So I'm going to go ahead and break down all the details of this deal. And then if you have any additional questions, you can reach out to us. So this property is going to come unfurnished. However, it is in great condition. If you look at the old photos, if you search up the address online, it was not renovated like it is now. So there's new cabinets, new appliances. It has a fenced backyard. And overall, just a turnkey space. You can read a little bit more about this in the description. I'm just going to go over the important details like the terms, property details, and comps. So as you guys know, it's a subject to transaction. They owe about $202,000 left on the loan at a 6.625 fixed interest rate. What we're looking for is $20,000. That is going to cover cash to the seller. It's going to cover commissions and assignment, and then the seller is actually going to cover the closing costs. So you're paying $20K, flat fee, entry, that's it. No closing costs, nothing like that. So you're able to just secure the deal for this amount. The monthly PITI, principal, interest, tax, and insurance, is $1,881.85. It is a VA loan. Like I mentioned, this is a military town, so a lot of VA loans. Maturity date isn't for almost 30 years. Literally, like I said, they bought this like a year ago. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,470 square feet. Built in 1987, it's clearly been renovated since then. No HOA, and it's completely turnkey, ready to go. The only thing I remember them mentioning is the garbage disposal doesn't work. So that's like the only thing. I can also provide you guys with the seller's disclosure. But a long-term rental for a 3-2 of this size, you're looking at about $1,900 a month. So you're just about going to break even. However, as you know, you're going to get a bunch of tax benefits. The market rates usually go up. So this is just going to be for the time being if you were to run it as a long-term rental. As a short-term rental, this is actually a great market to run an Airbnb, especially if you take some time to design it and make it really functional. I know this because we had a previous property in Killeen that we recently sold, and it does really well as an Airbnb out there. It's also a 3-2 in good shape. So this 2416, I believe it could actually get closer to about $3,000 a month. Midterm rental, you're looking at about $3,400 a month. That's going based off of other furnished rentals we found in the area doing month to month. And then by the room rentals, they're going for about $650 a room, so $1,950 a month. No matter what way you spin this, you're either going to break even or you're going to turn a profit. There's not really any losing here. Obviously, you're going to have to put aside some money in your war chest just for maintenance and repairs and things like that. But at the end of the day, these are very rentable properties. It's in great shape, like I said, and we can see why someone would want to pick this up. So again, just a $20K entry fee with a $202,000 balance, multiple income strategies, desirable rentable location. And again, just reiterating everything, they do want to close by October 7th. They basically need to close by October 7th because of the simple fact that the husband is deploying. So if you guys can close by then, this is going to be ideal for you. Parking is a garage and driveway, as you probably saw from the photos. Air conditioning, no HOA, washer and dryer, as well as other appliances will be included. And then if you were to just go down here, so $1,882 with the 15% monthly buffer, with the yearly projections as an Airbnb, you're looking at about $250 in monthly profit. Like I mentioned, these properties can bring in about $3,000 in monthly revenue, potentially more, but let's say we did that, you're looking at closer to almost $1,000 in monthly profit. So this is the newest subject to opportunity out of Killeen, Texas. If you guys have any questions about this, if you'd like to learn more or potentially put in an offer, please be sure to reach out to us, and we will see you on the next one.